Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back. So, we're just gonna get an energy check in, what it is you need to know for this week ahead. Happy Monday, and yeah, and of course, please only take what resonates. We are in a season of attracting, no longer chasing anything. So subconsciously, if you've been attracting things into your life that you really would want in your 3D, what is it that you need to do to move forward? I've seen the Chariot with the Six of Pentacles. So you need to actively make sure you are pouring into the things that you want to nurture, putting in that willpower towards those things. So we'll get a fourth card overall, and then we will do any clarification. So what do you need to know this week? I said 4 cards. Here go 3. The Magician, Temperance, 5 of Swords, and then I want to do one more. With the 3 of Cups. Alright. So what do you need to know? That you need to alchemize your situation, create a calm and balanced mind, rest your anxiety, whatever this internal, because I'm going to tell you that's what this is. The 3 of Cups with the 5 is definitely internal. You are going to have to actually quiet this noise that you have within yourself. Is what you have to do. The Magician is clarified. I'm not gonna do this. The Magician is clarified by the 5. Self-sabotage. That's what you've been doing. I am my own worst enemy with the 2 of Pentacles. So it's like, please balance this out. You have everything that you need. You're not without anything. And because you know that, you need to release this aggression, this anger, and use the pentacles that you have. Use the resources that you do have. This Temperance is Judgment. So when you do finally go through this, you do have this renewal of energy, and you are finally able to show back up for whatever your purpose is. This season, if your purpose is just to rest, do so. Do so, because the 4 of Pentacles comes out reversed. So therefore, you are removing this blockage, and these obstacles have to go. They genuinely do, which is a good thing. With Judgment, the 4 of Pentacles reversed, it is removed. Now, the 5 of Swords with the 3, I'm going to do both of them together, because that's you just emotionally sitting in this and mentally stressing over it. You get the High Priestess, and you know that. Like, you know exactly what you're doing. Now, and because you know that, it's kind of like, why would we be our own enemy right now? Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you do that? You understand that because you know exactly what you got to do in this lifetime, and it is uncomfortable and it is lonely. Because, yeah, with the 7 of Swords, it is. It genuinely is. Like, you got to pick up and just move forward. It's no reason. No, a lot of times you do not have no support team, in the sense of where it's like the goals and the dreams and the things that you are aspiring for. Everybody can't see that. Everybody can't see that. And the people who are stuck in this, materialistic world, or stuck in the 3D, they can't go with you. They can't go with you. And you know that. You know that. You genuinely do know that. So this Magician, why are you feeling as though you don't have something? What is it that you may be lacking? Mistakes, lost soul. Okay, so forgiving yourself for past mistakes, a victim mentality. You need to sit with the energy of, why do you feel as though you are a victim? And then the Temperance was with the realizations, awakening, understanding. So when you can sit through this, whatever this blockage is that you're having, of where it's like you have made some past mistakes, but how can you actively move forward from this? Well, that's more of this thinking, craving you, missing you. So you are in your head about this situation with this High Priestess. It's not like you're not. You definitely are. You are tapped in. And because you may be missing some opportunities from the past, I promise you there's more that can come out of this. Because you get the 10 of Cups. You go from the 3 to the 10. Exhaustion, depleted, long journey. Yeah. So you just really, because you are spiraling your mind. But for what though? Clarity. Truth, intentions, I mean. Like, why would you be in your head like this? Let's see. Second chance, making amends, opportunity. You just gotta forgive yourself. What's up? You need to sit with the your relationship with that projection. Why do you feel as though why are you not giving yourself as much like grace when it comes to your mistakes? Why do you hold on so tightly to them? Why do you feel as though you're being judged continuously when a lot of times you just need to be attempting new things, new opportunities? You know? Because the more you're thinking over things, it's putting you in this exhaustion, and you can miss your second chance if you genuinely continuously in a thought process and not in a movement. So how can we get through this? What is it that we need to do? One, you need to sit down and address any past mistakes that you feel as though it was a mistake. And then I need you to sit and ask yourself, well, if that happened, where were I at mentally? Where was I even at? Maybe financially with this 2 of Pentacles. Where was I scattered with my energy? Where was I overextending myself? Where was I giving my power to and not putting it into myself? Was I actually, did I have stability like I think I did with this 4 of Pentacles reversed? Was I actually looking at one thing from an egotistical mindset? Okay, so I walked away from something. But did I walk away because I was thinking only for self-interest? Or was it genuinely for the best decision? Because you always have an opportunity. Yeah, you get judgment that comes out again. So somebody is being judged. But not in a negative way. This is your second opportunity to make the best of this. This is like you pass the test, but are you really willing to do the work now? The sun here. So it's like you coming back out on top of this. King of Wands at the bottom, confident. So you're gonna have to get through this self-esteem issue. This you gotta build your confidence. So you need to work on your solar plexus for sure. And it puts you back into this stability, back into these connections, back into the love, the light, and building, moving forward. I said it won't be because what you're going for, it is, and not everybody is meant to actually go with you. Genuinely not. It has been a very long road. But you're not stuck though. You're not behind. I don't know. You're trying to compare apples to oranges, and comparison is the thief of joy. So let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let me get one more. One more. Yeah. Ta-da. Slow moving energy, but it does come in. Once you just take action. It's here again. It's here again. So I want you to start alchemizing the things that it is that you genuinely want. Understanding that everybody can make mistakes. They don't define you. They genuinely don't define you. Your past is your past for a reason. And if people want to weigh that to who you are today, that's their problem, not your problem. My favorite saying is the thoughts, opinions, and obligations of others is none of my business. And so this is why it's like you are continuously always well poised, well balanced. And because you actually are actively doing the internal work to move forward, any blockages, you're going to always go through these awakenings, these epiphanies. You're going to have those feelings. So making sure you are hydrating yourself and making sure you just hold yourself accountable. Understanding that there's a duality in all of this. You're going to feel the anger, the sadness. You are going to feel it. It's not always going to be high vibrational. Sometimes peace is chaotic in a sense of where it's like it's nothing you've never seen before. That's the realization of it. Peace is not always sitting in silence and meditating. Sometimes it's actually feeling the pain that is shooting through your left arm or whatever that is. That is peaceful because you're allowing your body to recalibrate, to get back on the frequency it should be on. And that is painful as well. But that is like her wings. Her wings are bloody. They're red. But she can still balance this. She hold the pain. Yeah, you carry the weight very well, but that don't mean it ain't heavy. And a lot of times people don't understand that. So it's like you gonna have to, if somebody's sending you any blockaging or anything your way, go ahead and get that back to them. Ain't no point in you holding on to this energy. Ain't no point in you staying in your head, repeating mistakes that you've made, and then it's a motherfucker out here sending you the evil eye. Go and find you something safe to do. You feel me? Like I'm over here, I'm fighting with my own anxiety. I'm over here trying to balance my digestive system. And a motherfucker over here don't like that you out here trying to chase your goals and dreams. Please go and find you something safe to do. You feel me? Because why am I even in your thought process? Why are you even trying to send me any negative energy in my dreams? Honestly, this ain't even your energy, but somebody wants you spiraling in your head, wants you exhausted for you to not to actually show up for the things that you want. So when you look at it in that sense as well, like maybe you are the one that has gone through things, but understand that it's like, okay, well, everybody has made decisions in life that they may not have made the best. And that's the point of life. It's about learning lessons. And so it's like, when you can understand, okay, that wasn't the smartest decision for me to make moving forward. Let's not repeat that same thing, but you still got to fucking move forward. So just move forward. Move forward. You get a second chance whenever you get up and you show up for this. And it's like, okay, Spirit is saying, so are you ready to actually balance out the things that you do want? Because if you want this, you can have it with this sun. You can have all of this. Anything that you want to obtain, you can have it. But it requires you to get the fuck up out of this victim mentality. It'll come in the minute you get up out of your head and get started. I'm just saying, whatever you ready, the Spirit's waiting on you. The universe is only going to match what you're sending out. If you are sending out low vibrations or you are sending out lack and low self-esteem, you're going to keep attracting that. Because that's what you're saying I want. The universe actually doesn't know that that's not what you want, because that's what you're speaking about. So let's get a healing oracle message and an angel message. We're not gonna do that. This is one TikToker, he was like, "What? We're not gonna do that." Okay. It said in God's hands. In God's hands, we're starting at the root chakra and we're working our way up through the solar plexus. Oh, the root chakra, sacral chakra, and then you're going to make it to your solar plexus, which is what I said you need to focus on. So focus on the root chakra and work your way up. Ground yourself, tap into your creativity, your sexuality, your sensitivity, which is this magician right here. The temperance, okay, cool. Now, what is it that you need to release this anxiety? Why do you feel this way? This low self-esteem, your will, like, why don't you feel as though you have the ability to continuously get up after you make a mistake? Why do you feel that way? My trust in life is implicit. God's greater knowing and greatest love guides my heart and my choices. My faith is steady and I remain true to my life. Everything unfolds according to God's will. In God's hands. I said it won't be long. Hurry up here, baby. I gotta get you up out here, baby. Bountiful nature. Spending time in nature helps shift you to a higher vibration and remind you of God's infinite abundance. Go outside and enjoy a walk or a hike with your pet. Meditate beneath a tree, garden. Okay. Sit under the stars or do some other activity to connect with the limitless vastness. That's a sign that yawn. It's a spiritual sign. Get out in nature. But I'm gonna go for a walk as soon after this. But that's the message I have for you guys today. I will see you guys in the next one. Yeah. And also follow me on Patreon. It's K's Intuitive Message Sacred Space. And I'm also on TikTok. I do energy check-ins like this and just spiritual tips as well at KH Tarot. So I will talk to you guys later.